All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. It is so good to be here this morning with you. I did a couple of different things for the stream just to make it a little bit better, just a little bit better every single day. So anyways, let's get right into it. Today is we have news. We have news, and the news is, I'll tell you right now. Actually, let's move on to the screen. It says ADP non-farm pay employment change, which was today. You can see that right here. ADP non-farm employment change, and then we've got President Trump speaking at 4 p.m. That'll be interesting. That'll be really interesting, right? So, tariffs are coming out today if they haven't already. I've not heard on a times. If you have a time or if you know when those are dropping, let me know. Or if they already dropped, let me know. And we're gonna move on to the verse of the day. I believe that we need to start trading, and I want to start trading with scripture, right? So I'm going to be doing a lot of this. So this comes from 1 John 4:11. Dear friends, since God loved us that much, we surely ought to love each other. I like them, and it's just a good reminder, right? So let's get into it, y'all. Let's do it. And so today I'm actually doing this one without the I don't even know if you can hear that. But I'm basically doing I'm listening to music while I trade. But instead of the headphones, I'm going to be using oh, that's why. Let me take that off right there. Is that better? I'd be super interested to know if this is good, right? Like I don't want the music to be so loud either. But at the same time, you guys, if you want to hear it, go for it, right? I just don't want to stream it directly, so I don't get a copyright violation or anything. So, anyways, let's get it. Let's get into it. So, what did we do yesterday? How do we end? Yesterday was important, right? Yesterday was interesting. I mentioned it to the group. Also, if you aren't already in the Discord, make sure you go ahead and join the Discord. It's absolutely free, guys. It's absolutely free. First link in the description down below. And if you haven't already, please make sure you like and subscribe and do all the YouTube things. It helps me a lot. So, and I really, really appreciate it. Let me check with the Discord group real quick. Yeah, we're all good. All right, cool. So let's get into it. Let's do it. What did we see yesterday? All right. Yesterday we saw, and yesterday was wild. We had this beautiful, just like we took a bunch of liquidity yesterday, but I don't think we're done. Right? I don't think we're done. I think this is the second stage of accumulation, beautiful accumulation to the upside for another distribution down lower, right? So what do? We ended the day with a bearish SMT inside of a daily fair value gap. So this is our SMT, right? If you look at right here, YM failed to take that, RTY failed to take that, and then everything else was fine. Everything else did what it's supposed to. So we know we have a daily SMT here, right? This daily SMT, I'm expecting for these lows to be taken. When? Today? Possibly. With the amount of price action that we've had the past couple of days, and all of last week and literally all last month has been just so heavy. And honestly, this looks really, really clean. And I actually took this overnight. Sorry, not overnight. I took that last night. Right, I took this short last night right here. Right, boom. And it's just because I saw that large time from SMT. It was super clean, beautiful rejection at the 700s. Like it was just super clean, right? So I took that, and look at what it's done. Holy crap! Like this is insane, right? Um, yeah, this is wild. So if you took some of this short, good for you. This is amazing. Um, wow. So what am I looking at today? What's my bias? What am I looking for? Honestly, since we put that SMT, right? To me, I don't think, where was that SMT at? Right here, right here. Since we put this SMT, right? To me, I don't know that we need to come back up here. Can we? Absolutely. This has just been just I don't know. It's kind of an odd, fall where we know that a lot of these, just falls just come quick, right? Big candles, followed by something like that. But we have, I don't know. I don't know. This doesn't feel right now, right? Like I'd love to see us push up a little bit, at least into what do I want to see this push into? I mean, this is pretty good, not gonna lie. This isn't bad. Right? Maybe now this is actually, I mean, this is a great place. I'm just watch price at this point. I don't think I'll be looking for anything. If you're like, man, I missed this, don't chase this. Please don't chase this. It'll burn you. And that's the last thing that you want. So I wouldn't worry about catching this right now, right? Unless your account allows you to. Let's look at some equities, right? I've been eyeballing Tesla, right? Apple, like all of these big ones, right? Just to see what's going on. Man, I'm bearish on the market. I am. I really am. We talked about possibly seeing some rejections here, right? I was really looking for them right down here. I was looking for them here, right? So we had this rejection and we had that push yesterday. We had that push. We pushed above these lows, right? And I was really interesting. I was like, man, we pushed above. I don't know. The markets aren't, this one's above, this one's below. What's the bias? Right? Like what's the bias? So if we go to the 1 hour, beautiful. Okay, this I love this right here. I would take that. Beautiful inversion, right? This is what I would take. Boom, 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 big wick, and then we fall. That this I would take, right? Especially if maybe this one gives us some sort of SMT or something, but this I would take. Aligns perfectly with these lows inside of, yeah, this looks really good. I would take this if we get it, right? I'm not looking to chase this, but if we get this, definitely something I'm looking to take. And that's it. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna get something real quick. Oh, my eyes are hurting today. All right, just put some eye drops on right quick. So that's it, right? That's what I'm looking for. Can you get in here? Sure, you can get in here, but you're probably gonna get burned. 9:30 is coming up. I mean, this could definitely just dump, right? Like we could see this just boom. Oh, by the way, should I do this? Keep it and then just have these two screens, or should I do that? I kind of like I like both. Not gonna lie. I like both. I like both. Oh man, oh man, oh man. What the heck? What happened here? Oh, okay. Let's move that here. Boom, 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 boom. Where's my OBS? There it is. Um, I need to stop saying so much, but whatever. So this is also an important area right here, that 18960 is so important. Why? Look at previous all-time highs. Now your chart might look a little different, and that's okay, right? Your chart is going to look just a little bit different. For example, maybe you have something like this, right? This is the unadjusted sort of contract by contract chart, right? So it's a little bit of changes, but overall, like, I do like to see the adjusted version. I think it just helps me a lot better. I like this. It's yeah. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I think we're just gonna rip right through this at open, right? I think we're just gonna push all the way down here at open, or we get a nice big push, creating an SMT, right? Takes us higher into here. Then we get our midday reversal sort of down to this to create new lows, really. At that point, that's where I would ideally, that's where I want to see an entry, right? Ideally. I love it. You want to play? I'm gonna play for a second, okay? Let me see. Let me see one. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna play real quick. Hello. How are you? I can't go that way right now, Godies. Can I play with you in a little bit? Can you wait for me? Okay, wait for me. Here, wait. Take it. I'll play with you in a little bit, okay? Just wait, okay? Just go that way. I'll be there soon, okay, baby? I already played with you. I already played with you. I'll play with you in a little bit. I promise. I promise. Once I'm done, you got all my attention, girl. You can have whatever you like. All right, so yeah, 928. Ideally, that's, like I said, that's what I want to see. I don't care for I don't know that I want to short here right now. Right? I don't know that I want to short here. Can we dump? Absolutely. We're below previous year lows, or sorry, previous 50% of previous year, right? On ES. On where are we here? I need to All right, previous week lows, we hit those right here. We're inside of new week opening gap. We're inside of our 50% range that we created from yesterday. This is a good place to bounce. I'm not gonna lie. This is a good place to bounce and then get a rejection up here again. If that's what we want, right? We don't have to do that. So just gonna watch price. Let's get rid of these quarterly theory things real quick. Boom. There we go. Yeah, yeah, this looks good, guys. Like, we're starting to create an SMT down here, right? If we take previous day lows, right? Previous day lows, it's PDL. That'll be interesting, right? 29. I'm gonna get, what am I gonna get here? Yeah, I'd love to see this. I'd love to see this get, okay, let's see. What are we gonna do at open? 9:30, here we go. 9:30. Oh, buddy. Okay. 9:30, here we go. Yeah, I'd like to see us push high here. I'd like to see us push up here. Once we get up here, I'd be looking for an entry, right? If we're not dumping right now, I'm not looking for anything yet. We know we have our daily here, right? We have our daily. We have our daily SMT there, right? Uh, we're putting in a, we're putting in a second daily here. Bro, why does this suck? Okay. Oh, what? Yeah, I'm not taking this. Not like this. I want to see it clean, right? I want to see it like uh at this indicator. Okay, yeah, no, I did that. There we go. Sorry, guys. I just want to get this set up right. We put in SMT right here. All right, let's look at the 15. And a second SMT right here to go push us higher inside our weekly fair value gap. This looks good. I would probably take this to the upside, actually. If we get a closure, CISD closure here, I would take this, y'all. Let me log into my account. I should have done this earlier, right? Did we get a close here? Now, if this is it, if this is what we want to do, right? Then we could measure this out from here to here. Negative, look at that. I love this trade. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. If I can just if I can log in here, I will take this. Bro, what is going on with my thing? Yeah, I like this trade, so. All right, I took that one already. But I want to take this. I want to take this with a different account. Which one's that one? Right here. Yeah, let's take this bad boy right here. I'm going to take 10. So my trade is going to be... get out of here. I'm going to see if I can get in that CISD. I don't think I'll get in that CISD. 19, 3. Thanks, son. Oh, wait, that's not it. It's this one. Duh. Yeah, this left without me. This left without me, y'all. This left without me. Where am I going? -2. This just left. This is gone. Gone are the days, y'all. Shoot. Well, whatever. I took this on a personal, so that's good. I like this. I like this. That was a trade, guys. That was the trade of the day. I missed it. I did. I honestly missed it. So, well, I missed it on this. I missed it on this, right? I'm still in it on my personal, so. I'm just a small entry on that on the personal, but that was a trade. Shoot. Okay. I will say this. I'm really glad. I'm actually really glad. So. Um. Wow. Yeah. I think the afternoons we're gonna see something good. Right. I think in the afternoon we're gonna see something good. Cool. Yeah, let's go. So some of the group, like, we have the group making some money here. Let's get it. Uh, later. Okay. Yeah, this would have been it. This would have been the like that was it was a beautiful setup. It was there. Execution was just a little late. I should have logged into my account, right? Beautiful setup. Beautiful trade. Once we hit, honestly, I'm not looking for more than yeah, 550, 19,550 would be a perfect target. And this would be the easiest target, right? So I'm actually gonna set that up right now. I'm setting this up on a personal account real quick. 19 what? Um, let's see. 19,500. Let's do 19,500. I don't mind taking this piece of action here. 19,500. No, 19,550. That's where we said, right? Um, shoot, you know. Beautiful trade. Beautiful trade. If you caught this, you are done for the day. You don't have to trade anymore. Beautiful trade. Honestly, that's it. That would have if that is the day of the move of the day, you got it, right? Like look at this. Look at this. Man, amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Congratulations if you got this. Beautiful trade. Right? So our entry, it wasn't even there. It was 19,357, 19,3. My entry on this on the personal was here. Let me just so that you guys can see it. 19,372, 19,37275. That was my entry right there, like my actual entry on the personal. I barely got this. This would have been beautiful if you got it right here, right? We saw this. What do we get? We had SMT on a higher time frame, SMT on a lower time frame, right? Inside of a new week opening gap, right? This was also a place where prices sort of reacted from before, right? These are these lows right here. So it was let me get rid of this, right? Around these lows. And so I feel really good longing this to the upside for now. Momentarily, right? This isn't forever. This is momentarily. My bias, my bias is still bearish. So I would just keep an eye around this area. Right? I would keep an eye. I'm still gonna shoot for my target is 19,550. Right? Because that was standard deviation. That's what it told me. So I'm going to trust standard deviation. All right. Beautiful trade. Holy crap, man. Holy crap. Beautiful trade. Amazing. Good. If Lord have mercy. This was A plus. This was clean. Wow. Let's go, guys. Fudge. This is like beautiful. This is beautiful. Can we see a retracement? Yeah, of course. I don't listen at this point in the trade like this. I would expect us to be right around here right now, not up here. All right. So can we see a retracement? Absolutely, absolutely. Right. Absolutely, we can see a retracement. Beautiful, beautiful trade. Yeah, this looks good. Yeah, amazing, amazing, amazing. Wow. We're still pushing. We're still pushing, right? So did you guys see? Let's run through this one more time, just so that you guys can understand what I'm looking at, right? And how this was a fast sort of setup, fast trade. coming into the day, I'm still bearish. I'll say that much. I'm still bearish. This, but I didn't like this. I didn't like this price action, right? So, and I said, hey, let's see what we got. So we got this SMT here, this daily sequential SMT, right? Inside of a new week opening gap, which is a place where I expect price to do some sort of reaction, either break through it or react on it, one or the other. Look at that. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. And now what? Now this is a place I can also look for a reaction, right? That's what I'll be looking for. But until we hit -2 standard deviations, I probably won't look for anything else, right? I want to see -2 standard deviations get hit. Until then, I'm just gonna sit. I'm just gonna sit on my hands and just watch price deliver, right? That's all I'm gonna do. I am gonna take I'm gonna take a short somewhere around up here if we get it, right? Whether it's in that gap or if it's, inside of this right here, which is also a great place. This to me would feel better just because we would have another SMT if we create that. But I'm not looking for anything else right now. I'm not going to be chasing this to the upside or to the downside. I'm just going to wait for price to tell me what it wants to do, um, and just go from there. At this point, it would be really good idea to either take partials or move your stop loss just in front of break even, right? This was a fast, beautiful trade. Um, Nothing to get greedy over. Expect a pullback here. It could be pretty deep too, right? We don't need, like, this could be a pretty deep pullback, or this could be just our reversal tapped into that gap into a continuation lower. That's literally all it could be. All right. So how do we determine that? Well, let's see. Here's the 2 hour. There is SMT inside of that gap on the 2 hour, right? So that is another thing to look at, right? We know we have, well, we don't have a 2 hour there. Boom, right there. You can see failed to take this low here. So this is another, I would take partials there or take my position, right? Just because we know that price has been heavy. We're not looking to get this whole move to the downside, like, or to the upside. Be able to manage positions, right, accordingly. If this was still pushing no SMTs, then I would hold this and be like, yeah, whatever, right? At this point, yeah, you can just take this. I took mine. So I took mine once as soon as we tapped into the gap, expecting a pullback. And if we want to get it, I'll add again to take us 2.5, or sorry, to -2. But this was just so fast. It was so just clean, and there was no reason for me to hold, right, and take more than I actually need. Um, could we continue? Absolutely, absolutely, we can continue. But I also know we could take a heavy pullback here, right? Heavy pullback, and that could scare a lot of traders, including myself. Not gonna lie, that could be scary. But we took this range from here to here, right? That's 100 points. You want your shoes? I'll help you. Uh-oh. Ew. It's the other one. This one. And then sorry. There you go. You're all set. Go on, girlfriend. Let's go, guys. Frick. Look at that. Two and shoot. This is beautiful price action. Beautiful execution. Beautiful. Well done. If you caught that, guys, well freaking done. Well done. Beautiful price. Yeah, took a nice win on my personal stuff. I mean, that's all I need, right? Like, I don't need anything. I don't need anything else. I like this. Now we're at 2.5. right? We hit our, that's a target. 2.5 is coming up. Do you see how I got this, right? SMT waited for an imbalance to get traded into, right? Boom, right there. As soon as we got SMT inside of this imbalance, right? Immediately down to the 1 minute just to look for a change in the state. We got our change in the state right there, right? And I would even say barely got the change in the state. But I trusted this because my risk was so small, right? At some point, our risk would have been what? Let's just say we get in here, 350, right? This is where I was stumbling to get my account set up and ready to go. Let's see, what is this? Like 350? Yeah, about 350 bucks. Not bad. All right, -2 just got hit. So then at this point, I would take it off the table, sit on my hands, and just watch and just wait. There's nothing here in the moment. Like there really isn't anything here right now for me. So I'm gonna zoom back out into the 2 hour. On this 2 hour, I am gonna be looking for an let's go short here, 41, 19. So I'm just gonna be looking for some sort of entry, right? If we get it, that's key. If we get it, there's a 3 hour fair value gap there. We're trading into that right now. I'd love to see this continue higher, especially NQ because it's the strongest one. It taps somewhere up here, right? Take all of this liquidity. I'd love to see all of this get taken. Tap into here. Fail to do that on ES. At that point, then I would be short. Let's look at, yeah, look at this. Wow. So this, I mean, to people, this looks like recovery, right? And they might be right, and that's cool, but I don't know. This looks pretty short to me. Yo, I am definitely looking for, I'm looking for higher prices here, right? Tap into this, that -2.5, tap into that, and then I'll be looking to short this market really, right? Once we take, oh, what? No way. This is cool. Let's see. Sick. Okay, so what does this do? How does this work? Oh, what? Let's get it. Yeah, all of this liquidity right here, right? I expect ES to leave that open, trade back into this, boom. I wish it was more like a pencil. This one kind of sucks. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. If you got this, just give me some W's in the chat, you guys. Holy crap. This was good. This was clean. This was A+ for sure. Measure. So what do we have? And I'm gonna put this up here so you guys can see it. Or actually, it's down here already. What an idiot. What part of the market maker model are we in, right? Let's talk about this for a second because this is important. Let's talk about this for a second because this is super important. So what part of the market maker model are we in? All right, remember this is the buy model here, right? Buy model, right there. And then this is what? The sell model. Okay? Where to? Right? We are in an imbalance, right? We are like, do I expect us to come all the way back up here? Well, no, this is just a I mean, this is an hourly 2 3 hour model inside of a larger time frame model inside of a larger time frame model. That's all it is, right? Look at this market maker model. Beautiful, beautiful market maker model, right? What the heck? Oh, right. Look at this beautiful market maker model. Boom, boom. Original consolidation here. right? Is that what we want to trade into? Probably. Is that what I'm going to do right now? Probably not. Oh, what's happening? Oh, sick. Okay. There. Sorry. I just needed to get these lines straightened out. Right? So we know if this is a higher time frame and we're in a sell side model, then let's look for a sell side model on top of this sell side model on top of a sell side model, right? So this to me looks so clean, right? We have buy side of the curve, sell side of the curve, right? Where to, right? Origin of consolidation, right? Boom. Market maker. This is going to be a sell model right here. We're on the sell side of the model. Okay, so you guys can see that. You guys can see that right here, right? What part of where are we in the market maker model? Sell side. Check. Do we have a high time frame POI or sweep? Well, this is our high time frame POI, right? These lows, this new week opening gap. Perfect. Now we are playing against the model temporarily. You have to understand that. Temporarily, right? Boom, we got the SMT. Do we have an yes, we do. Great. Is there a target with the SMT? Well, what do? We marked our target. Right? We marked the target from this high, from this low to this high, -2 standard deviations. Is that a target? Is that feasible? Yes, it is. Can we get to it? Absolutely. Check. Do we have a CISD? This was a tricky one, right? There was no real CISD here, but if we look at ES, right? ES closed that right here. This candle closed above that. CISD, perfect. Beautiful pullback on NQ for an A plus entry there. All right. I was trying to get my account up. I ultimately I got into the trade here on my personal. I missed it on the funded account, which is fine. But this was beautiful. I wasn't gonna chase this. I'm not chasing this. Right? If I missed it on the funded, I missed it on the funded, and I am totally okay with that. Right? Because I don't want to open up my risk way up here to this. It doesn't make sense. At that point, it doesn't make sense. So now what are we looking for? Now we're looking for an entry short, right? Like, and when I say entry, let's take a look. Let's go back to the steps, right? What part of the market maker model are we in, right? If we know that this is a market maker model to the downside, right? Like if this is if we have the sell side up here and then the buy side and then sell side, right? Let's see if we can overlap that with this tiny market maker model. If this is a market maker model, this is a buy side. Guess what this is? If this is the buy side, guess what we're trying to get into? The sell side. What do we expect? Okay, do we know what side of the market maker model are we in now? Yes, we do. Is there a high time frame POI or sweep, right? High time frame POI is going to be this fair value gap here, right? Between here and here. You have the second one up here, right? Okay, awesome. We're there. Do we have an SMT? Currently we have an SMT in here. Check. Do we have a target? Not yet. Let's see if we can figure out a target. And so this is how I'm overlapping price. This is how I'm overlapping structure. This is how I'm overlapping bias, right? So let's take a look at the 45 second. It's got cleaner structure, right? Here's a CISD of whatever this looks like. So we know we're about to get a CISD. Do we have SMT? Yeah, we do. Our SMT is right here. Perfect. Swing high, swing low. So then our target, we can measure if this is it, right? There's no CISD closure right there. But we do have one on ES. It takes us down here for one, possibly a pullback, right? Continue. If this wants to continue, this could be a possible pullback into -4 standard deviations, giving us another SMT up there. But this doesn't feel right. Not yet. So I'm not going to rush this one. And then we can figure out, well, if it played out, why did it play out? Where were we wrong? And what can we do better next time, right? So Journal all of this stuff. Is so important, guys. It's so important. Get you an awesome pen and paper and start journaling all of this stuff. It'll help you. It'll help you so much. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Let's take a look at it on the 5 minute. See, even on the 5 minute has no structure. What do I want to see on the 5 minute? Remember, think about price in the way that it's delivering. You can look at the 40-second. We can look at the 15-second and say, man, look at all of this structure that we just built. Go to the 5 minute. There's no structure. The only reason I'm looking for the 15-second, 45-second, even 1 minute are to look if the structure, if there needs more structure to be built. The answer is yes. Right now, I do want to see more structure being built, right? And then just use common sense. Like at the same time, use common sense, right? Like we have this beautiful push to the upside, stalling in a place that we expect to react from, right? We're not reversing, we're just stalling there. So just keep an eye out, right? What's the next point? Next point is going to be this fair value gap up here, negative 2.5 standard deviations. Let's look for something else there. If we get that, amazing. If we don't, maybe we just stall here again and then move to -4. Maybe we get a pullback. If it's a measured pullback, and this is indeed a play to the upside, we can measure that pullback, understand that, hey, this is a location that price is telling us it wants to go to momentarily for either a pullback or continuation lower. We'll only play that pullback or to continuation lower to the target, but nothing else. Does that make sense? SMT, right? We have our SMT there, daily sequential SMT. I believe this was a micro 90-minute sequential SMT. Let's take a look at this. I'll be able to tell you. No, yeah, 90-minute. Show quarterly, quarter, show micro. Yeah, okay. So micro, this is 90 minutes, and this is, what is this? Show daily, show yearly. I don't need to see. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay, that one. We don't need that one. There we go. I'm actually going to enable that on these. Where is this? Did I miss it? There it is. There it is. Nope. 90s. There we go. And then again right here. I want to see that one. So this was a 90-minute sequential SMT. This was a 90-minute beautiful sequential SMT inside. Like this was perfect, right? We have 90-minute within this session here, which is New York AM, or sorry, yeah, New York AM, right, from 6 to 12. Right, here's another SMT for continuation. That's what it looks like. Maybe. No, maybe not. Sorry. What the hell is this? And it's 10 o'clock. And that would be it. 10 o'clock for me. So it's funny how all of this price action overnight was just like a short, just grind to the downside, right? Just, I didn't like this at all. This was nasty to me. But now we're putting in what looks like an SMT. If we look at the 1 hour, right? We look at the 1 hour. Are we going to take all of these highs? It's most likely that we are. Boom, and there we go. We're chasing after them now. Are we going to put in an SMT inside of this gap? That's where I'm going to be looking to step in with shorts. Not anywhere else, right? There's a reason for me to look for shorts here, right? Can we put an SMT here? Absolutely. Why? Negative 4 standard deviations is up here. Yeah, baby. Oh yeah? Come here. Let me see. You okay? All right. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense, please, because this is, man, this is so good. So then here, let's take a look back. Let's step back for a second and look at the bigger picture for a moment. What do we have now? Beautiful SMT here. 19300s is going to be a target to the bottom, right? We know we have our daily, right? If we go to our, right, we have our daily SMT, right? That got put in. We have our second sort of sequential SMT down here. So there's now one to the upside, right? After we got this one to the downside. So now what do we want to see? So what do we want to see here? Right? I think we just wait. Negative 4 standard deviations. If it wants to get met, then it'll happen. Let's go to the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, we're tapping into that fair value gap. This could be an entry, right, to the downside. Why? Look at this high. We have this high. We have an SMT. Let's look down at the 1 hour. This looks really good to me. Let's look at the 30. Boom, inside the fair value gap. Am I going to be looking for something? Maybe I am going to be looking for something here. This is where I would be careful, right? Can you continue higher? Yes. Is there a reason to continue higher? Only if we want to put a second SMT to the upside. That's the only reason we want to put a second SMT, right? Nothing else. That would be it. After that, I don't know that I'm looking to take anything else. I am on my Tradeovate account. Okay, awesome. Which one am I on? Oh, can you guys can't see that, can you? Can I change my account? Oh yeah, I can change my account. Can you guys, yeah, whatever. Account numbers, they don't matter. What I want to know is which one is the one I need. This one. Okay, this one I'm gonna go heavy on it. I am gonna go heavy on this if we get it. This is gonna be a trade that I'm willing to take a pretty large loss. Yeah, buddy. I would wait till mommy gets out, okay? What's up? Yeah. Screaming, bro. Bro, chill with yours. They want snacks. Oh Lord. All right, so now what do we want to see? It's a great question. Beautiful, beautiful push. Remember, there's a couple of things. Let's just remember to zoom out, right? Remember to zoom out. Go to the 2 hour, or let's go to the 4 hour, right? Nice big picture, what we want to see. We have, are we going to put in a second SMT, right? Are we going to put a second SMT somewhere here, right? Do we want to move into this? We have these lows here, right? We talked about them. Look at where this lines up right now. And this is on MNQ, right? Look at where this lines up. Look at where we're trading back into. Can I expect price to do something here? Look at this closure right here, right? I like this. Can I expect price to do something here? Absolutely. What's my risk to reward, right? And you have to think about this, and I have to remember this all the time. I'm not perfect, and I call things out, and they're wrong sometimes, but this to me looks really good, right? We tapped into that fair value gap. Beautifully tapped into this fair value gap, which was on the 1 hour right there. Rejecting right now. Is this what we want to see? Is this the play that we want to see? Do we have an SMT? Not yet. I wouldn't be so comfortable here, right? Not yet. No SMT up here yet. Can this can absolutely drop without us, and that's fine. But I'm not gonna be chasing this price right now, right? I'm not gonna be looking for a chase here. I'm gonna let price deliver. But I'm still bearish on this market. I want to see better structure on the 1 minute. I've gotten burned before on the 45 second, and you really can't trust the 15 second yet, right? So back into this fair value gap on the 3 minute. Yep, there we go. Are we gonna hold that? What do we want to do? But I am bearish on this market right now, right? I'm not in a position. Let's take a look real quick. Let me take this off. Okay. So it's -2, 2.5 got met. I can expect price to retrace and then move into -4 if that's what it wants to do. Or I can expect price to give me a second leg up here for SMT, right? On a 1 minute, at least a 1 minute for an entry to go lower. Does it have to happen? No. It just gives me a little bit more confirmation. Right? Beautiful rejection at this fair value gap. But we haven't had a pullback on this whole thing, right? So maybe we get an SMT here that gives us that right here. Pushes us higher, gives us another SMT maybe way up here, right? That would be ideal, but I'm just looking to see what price gives me. So there we go. That's the targets. Steven, if you're watching, targets are this, right? -2 standard deviations, which got met, 19,550, and then -4 is at 19,716, and that aligns perfect with what we wanted to see, right? Move into that fair value gap at -2 standard deviations. So there is a fair value gap here, and we pushed right into it, and then we have, I mean, from here we don't have to go to -4, but -4 is above this high. So if we get this -4, we look for a high time frame SMT to do what? This large time frame SMT, right? This high time frame SMT to come and target that, right? And that aligns with our bias to come and target new lows. Okay. So this, I would just wait it out. I would just sit on my hands here at this point, wait it out. Unless we get something that's clean, right? Like this was clean this morning, was clean. That was a clean price action. Daily sequential SMT, 90 minute sequential SMT, inside a new week opening gap, inside, you know, major lows. And immediately, as soon as I was like, boom, we got this break, we got the CISD on ES, entered, right? I entered up here, just because I didn't have my accounts ready, but I entered up here and took, I think at these highs, somewhere right here when this pullback. So it came up, started to pull back, and I just had it. I just had a, I took it off here basically, and I was like, cool. I want to see if we get another retracement. I don't mind adding there, but we didn't get that, and we just pushed to -2, and I was happy with that. So that's that. Now we have an SMT here, I think. Yeah, we do, to push us higher. This could give us that second leg to the upside, right? This could give us a second leg that we actually need for an SMT to push way low. So right now we have SMT there, right? This is on the, is this on the micro sessions? 1, 2, yeah, micro session, sequential SMT, or micro cycle, sorry. Yeah, from here to here, micro, yeah, this is perfect. Push, a push higher. And this is where it's like, all right, well, where do we want to push higher to? Let's see, can we measure this? Is this even measurable? And this is just me being curious. No. But the SMT is there. Yeah, maybe we do get this SMT up here, right? Maybe we do get this leg to the upside, and then we get that afternoon reversal. So maybe we go and then create an SMT, and then immediately start to push down. And this is right. Then we get this big SMT up here between all assets. That to me would feel so much better. And the reason for that is, if we do want to take these lows, right down here, previous year or this yearly lows, whatever. And if we were to measure this, right, I want to see something that takes me there. I don't want to just, I want to see something like this, either -4, like that, right? Which this would make sense. This would make sense if it's like -4 right there, or something like that. This doesn't take us there, so I'm not trusting that. I wouldn't trust that as a leg, because -4 doesn't take us there. -2 doesn't take us there. So I don't think that this is it. So I would just sit and wait, right? Maybe we get a push lower here, and then we get the real move in the afternoon, or maybe we don't even get the move today. I hope that makes sense. Let's take a look at equities. Man, Tesla. I am about to short the crap out of Tesla in a second. Once we move higher, and create that leg, and there's a clear target, I will be shorting Tesla. With puts, so options. I will be actively shorting Tesla today. If we get that up here. And one of the biggest things is we just have to be patient to the market. That's all we have to do. Be patient to the market. If this goes here, let's just say this goes here. If this leaves without me, then I have to be okay with that. I have to be okay with just, hey, this just left. There's nothing I can do about it. and I'm just gonna suck it up. Yeah, this Tesla move is gonna be. I like this, but I do want to see some. I do want to see an SMT before doing that. Oh, I've got. Okay, let's see. Can I? Where is this? Yeah, and there's maybe we create that leg, and honestly, that's all it is. Just chill. I've got something to share with the group. Hold on. Also, y'all, if you haven't already, join the Discord. It's absolutely free. There's amazing people there, and I've learned a lot. I've grown a lot through it. Super grateful for the people that are there, and it's free. So just don't be a douche, or you get kicked out. All right, this is a win here. I gotta share with the group. All right, yeah, and we get to share wins. We get to share wins, and I'm excited to share this one. And if you want to see it, join the group. But this one's special to me. This one is so special to me. And I do owe it to the group. So super grateful for this. Super grateful for the guys that are in there. Just seeking to get better and better. So well, in the meantime, let's see. We are getting an SMT here. So keep an eye on that, right? We are getting an SMT here. Are you willing to take this risk? Maybe, right? SMT, SMT, SMT here. So let's take a look and let's just see what we can find, right? We know we have an SMT here. Is this, what cycle is this? I don't think this is sequential on the cycles. So let's just keep looking. What's up, bro? You got eye boogies? Nice. Sequential, so 91, this is half, almost, this is almost 90-minute. Or is this already micros? Oh, this is the micros. Okay. This is a micro sequential SMT on the 90. This would be a good, this would be good. I would take this, right? Because we also have, I think this is a 5-minute BPR. No, this is a 3-minute BPR. So we're in a 3-minute BPR, right? Inside of 2.5 standard deviation. Yeah, this is good. At this point, I'd be willing to take some, yep, I'm taking some puts here, guys. I'm taking some puts here. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I'd be okay with taking this short, but I need more confirmation. What confirmation? I just need a CISD, really. CISDs, I do allow myself to look for them at a lower time frame, right? Just because it just confirms, hey, we are pushing here. Maybe we want to push lower, whatever, whatever. But I do take them on a lower time frame. So yep, here we go. And I don't mind getting this. This is like, this to me is good risk to reward. Right? We remember I told you, I said we want to look for SMT. We got the SMT right now. Could we go higher? Sure, we can go higher. Do I care? No, not really. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, we had no CISD there, so trading back into that gap. This looks good. Y'all, you see this? SMT up here with ES. That looks good. That looks good to me. I like when I see SMTs with ES. It just, yeah, that looks better. We have an SM, yeah, we have, so now we have this SMT, right? All of this inside of the gap. And then we have a smaller S. This looks good. This looks good. Honestly, this is a great setup. And my risk is up here, right? So that's my risk. That would be it. That's my typical risk on 5 cons. Am I gonna take 5 cons? I don't know. We're gonna get a CISD. I don't know. Let's take a look. So our next CISD is gonna be down here. This would be the CISD I look for. Pull back into some sort of no, this, yeah, pull back here. You can have an entry ready set here, which is probably what I'm gonna do, is just start adding here. So I'm just gonna do a sell, and I'm gonna scale this one in. All right. Oh, okay. Well, that sucks. I do not want to see my orders while I'm trading. All right, so I will put a second order here. This is going to be a limit sell. Yep. Limit sell there. Right. So, and then I'm going to do a stop at these highs. And again, I don't want to see my orders just while I'm trading. This is going to be a stop. This is going to be a buy stop, right? Yep. Right up here. And that looks good. That looks really good. This is a solid trade. So I'm in the trade. I have 5 waiting for me up here if we want to take those again. And if not, then that's fine. Right. And then my stop is above, right? Where this protected high would be, that's where my stop is. And to me, this is clean price action. I don't. Oh, yeah. So, and this was just by me looking at it. I don't even have, I don't have to measure it, but I'll measure it. Look at where -4 standard deviation takes us to new lows. This is a great target, right? Previous day lows, -2. This is a beautiful target. I like this a lot. So I would take this. I mean, I am taking this. Right? Where to? Honestly, I'd probably take it to these lows first, right? This sequential S&T, this is a low-hanging fruit target that you can take. And this could be a long play to the downside, or this is just a play momentarily into this gap, right? Into this gap. Maybe we don't even see these lows, but maybe it's just a play into the gap to continue higher if we want to go higher. That's if we want to go higher. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. 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 And that's all I'm doing. I am actively buying puts here. Yeah, this is beautiful. I mean, this is if I'm my risk to reward here, if I'm wrong, is it's what I want to see. There's our other 5 contracts. I need to figure out where my stop is because I need to have it. What number is this? Yeah, 6 right here. Yeah, my stop is right above this high right now. Right? And if I'm wrong, and that's okay. I mean, this is a strong push. I'm not gonna lie. This is a strong push upwards. Big momentum to the upside, right? Look at how weak this was. This was just not convincing. And then immediately just nothing. This easy work, right? And that's it. Man, this group is awesome. I love them. Mhm. And this is the scary part. You literally just sit here and you watch price deliver, and then you're like, man, it's gonna get me, and it doesn't get you. And when it gets you, you smile about it and you say, that was a great execution, right? So that's where I'm at. I'm just gonna let it play out. It's 10:30. I'm done. My entries are there. My risk is calculated. It's ready to do what it wants to do, and I'm done. So, anyways, I hope, guys, I hope that was helpful. I hope you saw what I saw and understood a little bit of what price action wanted to do, and how we caught that, and what we're seeing now. My bias is still bearish on this market, but we had that's a strong push to the upside, right? So mm, careful with that. Don't follow me blindly. Just look at what I'm doing, find your own analysis, figure out if that's a risk that you're willing to take. For me, that was a yes, right? That was a risk that I'm willing to take. And so that's, I'm gonna let it play out. But anyways, in the meantime, have an awesome rest of your day. Go hang out, go do something with the family, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.